Hello Sagittarius, this is Pear from Quantum Connections Oracle. Today I'm going to read for you for June 2025. I've cleared the space and I'm going to ring my bowl so we can settle in together. Deep breath in, Sagittarius and friends of Sagittarius. Deep breath out. What does Sagittarius need to know? Today we're going to be using the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck guidebook by Kim Kranz, who I love. She inspired me to create a deck that I'm working on. I've had this deck for at least 5 years, maybe 10. I don't know what I got it as a birthday present, but she's just wonderful. It's never steered me wrong, so I hope I can give you some guidance today, Sag. June 2025, calling in the north, the south, the east, the west. Father Sky, Mama Earth, ancestors, friends, and kind cross-watchers of Sagittarius. Sagittarius rising, the quantum field for free will. Please do check your rising. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, where have you been? Where are you going? Who are your helpers? The bridge is the current situation. The mountain as your previous helper. The fault line as where you're headed. We have a solitary person thinking inside of a cave, mountain, really deep out there. It looks like a snowy mountain where there's a warm solace of a solitariness out here. Wisdom. We have a bridge. Of course, we have this beautiful energy, light rainbow reflecting, double rainbow all the way, oh my God. And this water looks like you jumped from here and you slid up here, and now there's a little bit of dryness here. A little bit of are we gonna go in there? Are we gonna go past it? This is pretty dry. Are you willing to go in there? Let's find out. Let's figure out where you've been with the mountain. 129. That number might mean something to you. The ascent, the peak, the insurmountable. The mountain stands eternally in our awareness, calling us towards its peak. It stirs up stoic and regal feelings, reminding us of the long line of spirits, sages, sadhus, and gods that made their humble thrones within its snowy peaks. Beware, though, as the mountain can affect us in two ways. It can inspire and enliven us to rise to new heights and peak experience, yet it can also create isolation, competitiveness, and an inflated sense of self. Standing upon its heights can activate the purist and the perfectionist in us, creating separation from these we deem to be below. No matter how high you ascend, remember that it is within the care of the mountain that gems, minerals, and jewels reside. If you think about it, it's all going up. You're following the fool's path and missing the miner's magic. When you're working on yourself, you're grounded in the eternal, steadfast uplifting. When not, you're ominous, daunting, isolating, and frigid. The Poet Dreams of the Mountain by Mary Oliver. Research mountains. Find out what strikes you and stare at it for a while. The pilgrim may be awakening in you. The summit calls. All right. We're gonna come on down from the mountain, apparently, and we're gonna find a bridge. That is where we are. So you're leaving the mountain. 139. So you have 129 and 139. Numbers might mean something. The connection, the link, the gate. Bridges are built to connect two worlds. They create flow, allowing us to travel between realms, ideologies, and personalities. This archetype is the gesture of acceptance, of saying yes rather than withdrawing. Mountain, mountain, mountain. Separating and saying no. Mountain, mountain. When we cross a bridge to an unknown land, we are led magically into a new reality. Quantum, quantum, quantum. We open up to otherness. Healing and communication are made possible. We enter a state of curiosity, wonder, and learning. The shaman, for example, creates the bridge between the everyday world and the sacred. This card asks us to study the connections between the seemingly disconnected parts of our life, relationships, histories, and ideologies. Judging. Remember that a bridge can't be forced. It must be made with love, or its structure will not withstand the inevitable weather of life. Acceptance, magic, communication, coming out of our time at the mountain, are made possible when we enter the state of curiosity, wonder, learning. This card asks us to study the connection between the parts of ourselves that are lost. Acceptance, magic, communication, lacking boundaries, forcing connection. Boundaries, I said. The burning rainbow bridge of Norse mythology. Lie on the floor and listen to Bridge Over Troubled Water. Simon and Garfunkel. Notice the ease and acceptance within the melody, the feeling or rising above the muck. Muck. Did you have to walk through some muck? All right, let's figure out the fault line. I like this. This is perfect for blooming. I just planted my garden. I'm seeing my first tomatoes, my early girls. This is like, all right, I'm over this. I want to see my early girls. I want to get connected. I want to make something with someone. I want to like reach out even to parts of myself I couldn't. And the fault line, 161. That number might mean something to you. The fault line, the fissure, the crack, the weak link. Imagine walking across a frozen lake that begins to crack before your eyes. No matter how optimistic and brave you might be, panic ensues. You become fearful and tense and long for stable ground. Such is the energy of the fault line. It's the energy of walking on eggshells, of precarious dynamics, of sensing what is ready to break open into chaos. It's likely this cracking open is overdue, as fault lines develop slowly and naturally from underlying elemental pressures. This card comes as a potent warning not to deny the shakiness that's afoot. It's much better to prepare yourself for change than walk along the fault line pretending all is well. There's no easy fix for the situation at hand. It will require a foundational shift that alters the current dynamics from the ground up. Redefining reality, breaking open. Precariousness, pretending, and delusion. Dance to Everything is Broken by Bob Dylan, who's also a Gemini and recently had a birthday. And is playing on tour right now at upright golden piano. In Japanese kintsugi, pottery gold is used to mend cracks. Breaks are thought of as precious rather than something to be hidden. So, this is like vulnerability central over here. Sag, are you ready to like not have defense mechanisms? I mean, we're not super defensive, but we're like, I just learned how this stuff goes. I'm not sure. I guess I'm kind of lonely. And then it's like another journey, but honestly, none of this is underworld. It's like internal world, which is where the quantum is, and we can do some changes. And this is actually asking you, don't be so literal, buddy. Cross the bridge over to the quantum and make a choice. Go in that blackness. Sag, are you brave enough to go in? And like maybe all these bills and all this family drama, cracking shit and divorce and paperwork and whatever, illness or like codependency you're in, like blah, 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 blah. Would you rather be out here with this? It's going to slowly break anyway. This seems a little daunting. I am going to bring you an animal helper. I love sentient beings. I want y'all to remember that even if you see it on a computer, a TV, a billboard, this animal right now is designed to give you a little solace towards being in your natural state. Animals don't really live outside the natural state unless they're sick. You get the point. Oh, the Hound and the Pear. Loyalty. Yep, this is going to be a question of loyalty. These are all questions of loyalty. You came down, you bridged it, you were ready to collaborate. Who am I going to collaborate with? Myself? Or what's got to assess this? Loyalty, the Hound and the Pear. The Hound and the Pear. Loyalty. The hound is the ultimate symbol of loyalty and friendship. Stories abound in folklore and throughout history of dogs protecting their companions, saving children, and alerting their masters to danger. The legend of Saint Guinevere is one of such story. This 13th century French greyhound saved his owner's infant son from an attack by a viper. When the owner came upon the scene, he found Guinevere with bloody jaws sitting beside the empty cradle. Believing the hound to be the murderer, the owner killed Guinevere. Only later, when he heard his son's cries and discovered him beneath the cradle next to the dead snake, did he realize the tragic mistake. Like the faithful hound, the pear appears as a symbol of care and affection, often given as a gift. It is sweet but easily bruised, requiring tenderness from its handler. A friendship is flourishing. Your kind loyalty has been noted, and a friend appreciates you. Or, you may be harshly or irrationally judging those closest to you. While you might feel undeserving of the kindness of friendship, this life is too difficult to face alone. I needed you, bridge of people. This life is too difficult to face alone. Accept companionship and avoid lashing out. I feel like this is like, it's your choice who you want to participate with, but go here first inside. And you do have to question loyalty at this time, which is what I'm talking about. So I'm going to give you an affirmation card from the Super Attractor deck. Ba-ba. In stillness, I receive. This was an example of that. And after we did this, we're going to do this here. We're going to have to stand still for a second. And I don't blame you. It's a good time to take that pause. Hopefully you have something really cool planned for the summer, Saggy. And I'm so grateful to you. Thank you so much for showing up. Please like, subscribe, and make a comment. I'm new here and I can't wait to get the feedback from y'all. Thank you.